Hey everybody, welcome back to the second episode of The Prisoner, the show that's blocked in the UK and Ireland on YouTube. That's what I learned in episode 1. It was like, your video has been partially blocked. And I was like, oh, where? Guernsey, Jersey, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. The rest of the world can see it, but anyway, I'll work on that. And hopefully we'll get it all sorted. It was an easy one for me to check. I just had to log out of my account and check if I could see the video. Nope. Anyway, in the first episode we got introduced to number 6, and number 2, and number 9, and number 66, and all sorts of numbers. There were 2 2s, but they didn't make 4. One of the 2 we got. This was the funniest part of the episode. I didn't mention it at the end, but the funniest part of the episode is that the 2 we got to know over the first half of the episode got replaced with a new guy halfway through. I don't know if that's going to be a recurring thing or if it was like a sudden casting change or what. But there was a conversation with him with the first 2, which might. We didn't hear the other side of the conversation, but might be like, hey, we need to work on this guy a bit more. We're going to replace you with the other guy. He gets stuff done. Do you mind that? No, of course not. That could have been that conversation, but I don't know. We also got introduced to number 9. She seems trustworthy, or maybe she's behind the whole thing, or who knows, She seems likable anyway. And real, unlike 90% of the people here. And he is some sort of government agent man who's determined not to tell them a damn thing. And he's going to get out of here if he has to pop every bubble in the whole world. We know that he can't go by foot because of the bubble. We know he can't commandeer any vehicles because they're all remotely controlled. And we know that every single area and place is bugged. And I'm super curious how, I said at the end of the last episode, how we fill the time in these episodes and still feel like the show is moving forward and that we're learning things. But I'm also excited to see all sorts of crazy crap. People saying and doing things that you don't necessarily expect them to do. But I'm also expecting a slower pace, because they had to cram a lot into episode 1. This one's called the Chimes of Big Ben. Let's see if we can hear them. From the village. I love this opening though. It's got some style to it. Yeah. And the music of the show, something I didn't talk about either. I like it. They do some funky stuff. That guy's tea went everywhere. Oh yeah, and what the hell is he looking at right here? That's not the view he had.
Where am I? In the village.
The village.
What do you want? Information. Information. You won't get it.
He's getting some exercise. Oh no, the bubble.
By hook or by crook. We will.
Who's that guy?
Who are you? The new number 2. Who is number 1? You are number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man.
Maybe we'll have a new number 2 every episode.
Rise and shine,
Oh God.
has decided to organize a great new competition. You paint, can you draw, can you model in clay? More about this later, but now, music.
Oh
He
great.
can make even the act of putting on his dressing gown appear.
Hey, I hate to pause mid-sentence. Who's this guy? Where do I know him from? Do you know him? He seems familiar to me. Like he's been in something. He's got a certain type of voice.
as a gesture of defiance.
There are methods we haven't used yet, of course.
Who's this guy?
I want him with a whole heart, body and soul.
And he's even more determined than the other twos. Do we have to listen to this crap, though?
He'll crack.
Perhaps.
I'd crack. Is he gonna smash it again? No, he's putting it in the fridge. Nice.
Fascinating.
He doesn't even bend a little.
That's why he'll break. Why did he resign?
Because of the music, probably.
Control room. Supervisor?
This guy's the same.
Have you picked up the helicopter yet? I want to meet it.
Oh,
Your move, young man.
it's a reuse shot.
Know what I think I'll do?
You're not the...
That announcement this morning, exhibition of arts and crafts.
He's not the same.
Are you entering? No. You're a fool, number 6. That's my opinion.
These chess guys know everything.
Might as well try to settle down. No point in being uncooperative.
Perhaps you came here of your own free will?
Wish I'd had you in my regiment for a few months.
Which regiment was that?
Good morning, General.
Oh, hello.
The General seems a little sour.
Mate in 7 moves.
We must play sometime.
We should.
Certainly we must. By post.
I must add sense of humor to your file.
What
Oh.
crime did she commit?
Hello.
She's come here to recuperate.
How much are you charging her?
Sit down, my dear chap.
Oh, he's doing the thing too.
Thank you.
Look at the way he's sitting.
I can never remember. 1 lump or 2?
It's in the file.
Yes, but it would save time if you just answered.
He just wants you to answer a question. Any question.
Does not take sugar. Do you still think you can escape? Number 6?
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to do better than that. Going to escape and come back. Wipe this place off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And you with it.
Torch it.
On the other hand, persecution complex amounting to mania. Paranoid
Oh, but-
delusions of grandeur.
What the? 3. You're gonna have a nervous breakdown too.
If you have so much as a bad dream, you will come whimpering to tell it to me.
This guy's so angry.
Just watch. She's your new neighbor. I thought you might be interested. The new number 8.
What happened to the old one?
Oh, he vacated the premises.
He escaped.
Did he get killed?
Oh, look, she's getting up. It's quite like old times.
No, he gets to
Do
watch
you
it.
remember your first day?
Yeah, it was like last week.
Thank God I'm home.
An exact replica of her own room, of course.
Oh. She looks out a window, she's gonna get a shock. There we go. You're just here for some rest and recuperation. Nothing to worry about.
Where am I?
There's nothing to be afraid of, my dear. Come and have lunch with me. Number 2, the Green Dome.
Yeah, just like your first day.
I'll do a deal with you, number 6. You tell me one thing, and I'll release you.
One thing,
Why did you resign?
that's the big thing.
Now, that's really all we want to know. Now, it's not much to ask, is it? If you insist on staying here, I do hope you'll make some attempt to settle down. Try to take part in community life. This exhibition that's coming up, for example.
Yeah, the painting.
At the age of 15, top of his class in woodwork. That's the sort of thing. I mean, join in.
I'll make you a handle for this door.
You'll be back. Whimpering.
I just realized that the bike is under numbers.
Morning again. 2,000.
Could you please tell me where number 2, the Green Dome, is?
Across the square, across the street, up the steps. You can't miss it.
I don't know where I am.
In the village.
Yeah, the village.
Okay.
Could you take me over there, please?
To the Green Dome? Very certainly. Across the square, across the street.
He's acting weird now for her.
Can you get a car here?
Oh, taxis. Local service only.
They're gonna circle.
Who are these people?
Good question.
Why are they here?
Why are you? Here you are. The Green Dome.
Who is number 2?
Who is number 1? Goodbye.
I've done nothing wrong. I've committed no crime. All I did was resign.
No
No.
use telling me.
She resigned too. Look, I'm gonna assume everybody's a plant until they're not. She's acting well though.
Evening. Long lunch. Drink. There's one good thing about this place. At least it's cheap. Genuine, non-alcoholic whiskey.
Non-alcoholic.
Or would you prefer genuine, non-alcoholic vodka? 16.
Can you make it Irish?
I am number 6. You are number 8.
I didn't think it would be like this.
Your retirement?
You're Russian.
Estonian.
Russian. You speak very good English.
It was my job.
Estonia. Estonia was still part of the USSR back in 1967, right? Now it's an independent nation. But back then, maybe... That's interesting, actually. She said Estonia. I was like, oh, Estonia. And he's like, Russian. So, yeah. He's treating her with... Look, I don't know how long he's been here. Let's just say... It feels like a month has passed since the last two episodes. Last episode. He seems more comfortable in the place. He's not as crazed trying to break out. He's even in with number 2 looking at the TV. But he still hasn't told them anything. But he's treating her with a little bit of distance, but he's also trying to get to know her. You know, he's not... You would imagine the person in episode 1 would have been clinging on to her, asking her lots of questions, exchanging information, trying to work together to get out of here, but he's just like gently talking to her, you know, not giving up too much of himself to her, letting her do all the talking. What is this painting? Some sort of battle? Anyway, interesting. She resigned from her position in Estonia and now she's here. That's interesting to me.
I'm no number 8 or number anything else. My name is Nadia Rakovsky, and I've been interrogated enough for one day.
Nadia.
Good night.
Have you seen her?
She's acting like you did. Very much like it. Meanwhile, down at the beach. Yeah, that'll help. That'll help. The tiniest town.
May I join you?
Oh, hey.
You're, good neighbors, I hope?
Has it ever occurred to you that you're just as much a prisoner as I am?
Oh, my dear chap, of course, I know too much. We're both lifers. I am definitely an optimist. That's why it doesn't matter who number 1 is. It doesn't matter which side runs the village.
It's run by one side or the other.
Oh, certainly. But both sides are becoming identical. What, in fact, has been created? An international community. A perfect blueprint for world order. When the sides facing each other suddenly realize that they're looking into a mirror, they will see that this is the pattern for the future.
No, really.
Delightful chat. Thank you, number 6.
That answered a lot of questions for me. That one conversation.
International swimmer. Olympic bronze medalist. Control room. Tell me, what visual range do you have out to sea?
2 miles. After that, we're on radar.
Thank you.
Is she swimming to freedom?
She'll be out of range soon.
Send a bubble.
Oh, well, orange alert.
That looks reversed. Go get her. She'll be okay. It's just a little drowning. Oh, that's very suggestive, wasn't it? You okay?
Don't touch her, please. We'll take care of her.
Thanks, fellas. Should you give her, like, CPR or something? She's not moving.
Meet me at the hospital right away, number 6.
Be right there.
They are buddies. 2 and 6 this episode. BFFs. Look at this castle. This the hospital?
I wonder if you could help me.
How?
You probably got to know number 8 better than anybody while she's been here. Look.
Did you think you could escape?
Won't say a word.
What was the purpose of your swim? Were you attempting suicide?
Have you noticed any suicidal tendencies?
No.
What are you doing to her?
Oh, there's an alternating current in the floor. 4 seconds on, 4 seconds off.
Jeez.
It takes just 3 seconds to get to the door. If she times it correctly, she can leave whenever she likes.
In your mind.
She's caught onto that glass.
What was in your mind? Purpose of your swim?
Do.
Did you think... What was in your mind? Tell us. What was in your mind?
Go. Do you think that guy gets dizzy?
Suicide? What was in your mind?
I believe she's going to do it.
I think so.
Yes.
No.
No, switch off! Switch off!
She stopped.
Kill me.
Oh, she tried to kill herself.
Well, we'll just have to try something else.
Let go.
Looks like a suicidal tendency, doesn't it? But one must be sure.
Let go!
Is that an order?
All right. You wanted a deal? Let her go. I'll join in, try to settle down.
Okay,
Or
okay.
even carve something for your exhibition.
You'll do some woodwork for me, is that your deal?
That's what you get.
You really are the limit, number 6.
He is the limit.
File number 6. While here, his egomania has, if anything,
It's increased. Yeah.
Well?
All right.
Agreed.
She's all yours.
Agreed.
One egg or two?
Two, I think.
Are they living together now?
Egg or two.
Be seeing you.
Things couldn't be going better. I think I'll pay them a call. Good morning to you both.
I've decided to do a series of abstracts.
You're not using any offensive weapons, I hope. You know the ruling about axes, saws, chisels, that sort of thing.
Nothing sharp. How's he supposed to do woodworking then?
I've made my own tools.
Tip top. Doing as the caveman did.
I may even invent fire.
This guy laughs a lot. Oh, hey, my favorite statues.
They can see us, but they can't hear us.
How do you know?
Were you sent here because you discovered the whereabouts of the village?
Don't tell them that.
You know where it is, don't you?
Does she?
All I know is there's no escape. I couldn't swim so far.
How far? To where?
Hey, if she knows where the village is, and she was intending to swim, it must be. She must be swimming to do something that she thought she could get to.
You going?
I must think.
You're not gonna. With this makeshift axe? No way. That'll take you all day. It wasn't that sharp. Oh, Jesus. He's making a boat. He's making a boat. Yeah. I don't know how he's done it, but he's made a boat.
I say, what is it?
This is not finished yet. It doesn't make sense without the whole group.
Entries must be in 2 weeks tomorrow, you know.
Are they ready?
I can't tell you how delighted I
He's
am.
so excited.
To see you.
And you.
This 2 is so emotional compared to the first 2.
Not for long.
15 minutes from now to curfew. Meanwhile, allow us to lull you away with...
Oh, great. A lulling lullaby. Careful. It's 15 minutes to curfew.
Speak softly.
Let's bring the music with us.
The language of love.
I do know where the village is.
How do you know?
I work for the government.
Which government?
Which government?
Well, it doesn't matter. But I saw a secret file about the village.
Where are we, Nadia?
Where?
Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Lithuania?
Even nearer, in Poland. Will you take me with you? Will I be safe?
I can't answer for the British authorities, for either of us.
30 miles, that's all. That's how far we are from the Polish border.
Hmm.
On the coast, there's a little village. I have a contact man. They'll do anything for us once we get there.
Good night, Nadia.
Do we trust that everything she said was right? Lithuania. Surely we could tell from the stars. Well, maybe not the stars, but the sun, position of the sun, we could tell something. Maybe a latitude?
Number 6, I've just come from the exhibition. The awards committee are intrigued with your abstract, but they're a little mystified. Could you spare a moment to give them a word?
Could we turn off this damn music?
Remarkably high standard, don't you agree?
Well, highly original.
It's you!
Ah, General.
I'm glad to see you're settling down, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Settling right in.
Can I help?
We're not quite sure what it means.
It means what it is.
It means what it is. Brilliant. Oh, no, you mustn't let me influence you. You are the awards committee.
Oh, yeah?
What puzzled me, number 6, was the fact that you'd given the group a title. Escape.
This piece, what does it represent to you?
A church door, right?
Church door! Look at it! The friggin' boat! You could tell from the first thing he was carving out in the woods. The church door. These people. How do they get on the awards ceremony judge panel. Yeah. I can't even. She's wearing the same thing that number 9 wore last time. We haven't seen number 9. Maybe she's gonna be replaced too with a different person. Can't be too sure.
The barrier's down, the door is open, you're free. Free to escape. To escape to this, a symbol to human aspiration.
Why the crosspiece?
Why not?
Good, splendid.
Yeah, exactly.
I was really quite worried for a moment.
And now the special prize for the over 60 group. For her magnificent tapestry, number 38.
Oh, it is pretty cool.
Now the prize of prizes. For the best work in any of the 5 groups.
Come on.
The committee have awarded it number 6.
Yeah! Oh, he's gonna spend these units on all sorts of things.
My work is its own satisfaction. I would like to use these 2,000 work units to buy number 38's work.
Whoa.
To hang in my own home.
Bravo. Here we go. It's go time, it's go time. Oh, yeah, we're using it as a mast. That's funny. But, aren't they watching?
How much further?
About 2 miles. Just around the next headland.
Okay. Whee! I kind of want to go on that one.
Calling number 2.
He didn't seem worried.
Almost out of range.
30 miles, eh?
30 miles.
Better contact post 5 just in case. And then orange alert.
Oh, that means call the bubble. Orange means bubble. Go get him.
That's it. See the cave?
How fast can that bubble go?
Swim for it. Swim for it.
Go, 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 go. Oh, bullets aren't doing anything. How do you know to be here?
Ask him to transmit this to London. It is in code. It is a delivery note.
Herrscher.
What route are we taking?
By air to Copenhagen, by air again to London.
Okay.
Ask him for his watch. Sea water, no good, your watch.
You want your watch. Do we get in the crate? Well, episode 2, another escape tent. Oh, jeez. What if things go wrong? Can we get ourselves out?
Ben,
Right.
I just wanted to hear your voice.
I don't chime.
This all looks legit. We were on the road. We're on a boat. A big one. We fought off the bubble.
Yeah?
I'm a little bit sick.
Seasick?
That's all right.
I get that.
Hold on. It's only another 3 hours.
3 hours. Don't puke. Do it on the other side of the crate if you're gonna do it. Oh, is this the message? Is it getting through?
Yes, I've seen a copy of the deciphered message. What time would you say? Good. Ah, yes, I can't wait to see him.
We're on a plane now. Yeah.
Watch it now. It's supposed to be Fletcher.
Good evening, Colonel.
Evening, Pottingay. Well, everything's gone according to schedule.
Hey! He's out. He's back. I was doubting it up till right now.
Pottingay.
Hello, man.
Right then, perhaps you'll leave us to it, old chap.
Might see you later, I hope.
Yes, I certainly hope so.
No.
Is
Shh. The chimes of Big Ben.
that it?
You know the way that started this episode? She woke up and they'd built an exact replica of her house. And it wasn't until she looked out the window that she realized she was in the village. Something about all this. I'm like, they've built the entirety of London. This building. And he's just been going in like this one big circle or something. And he's going to look out the window and it's just going to be the village again. Because he can't escape in episode 2. I mean, he can. But then the show is something that I didn't expect. It's something different. You know? Until he looks out the window now. I'm still waiting for the shoe to drop. This guy needs to poop. And she needs to puke. Right. I'm bracing myself. If anybody starts doing this before he looks out a window, oh, I'll tell you.
That's it. Perhaps you wouldn't mind waiting in the other room, my dear. Peters.
Or if anybody asks him questions about his resignation here, I'll be very suspicious.
Oh, the return of the prodigal son.
Don't see any fatted calf.
Who's she?
Nadia Rakovsky.
She's from Estonia.
She told me she was an Estonian. In the village.
The village?
Don't you know about the village?
I'm here to ask questions, old boy.
Are you?
The village is a place where people turn up. The specialized knowledge in their heads is of great value to one side or the other.
Where is this village?
Lithuania. I risked my life and hers to come back here because I thought it was different. It is, isn't it? Isn't it different?
My dear chap, I do apologize. You had a long journey. You must be exhausted. I expect you could do with a decent drink.
Is it alcoholic?
You resigned from a post of the highest possible secrecy in this country, refused to give your reasons, and then promptly vanished. We suddenly receive a suitably coded message that you're coming back from the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You think I've gone over?
And come back here to carry on the good work.
No.
What sort of imbeciles do you think we are?
I don't know. It's going off again.
Why did you resign?
It was a matter of conscience.
Oh, listen,
Don't tell him anything.
Do you think you're safe in London? If they thought it worth kidnapping you, it's worth killing you.
Political asylum guaranteed for the girl.
Well, that depends.
It depends nothing. It's guaranteed.
All right, so long as you keep your part of the bargain.
All right.
Right, question 1. Why did you resign?
I resigned because for a very long time, just a minute, it's 8 o'clock.
That's right.
My watch says 8.
So?
I was given this watch by a man in Poland.
Oh, it's not the same time zone.
Would you like to explain to me how a man in Poland came to have a watch showing English time?
Maybe he was slow.
You slipped up.
I'll bet he was.
Oh. A ruse. He almost told them I resigned. He was just about to. Those chimes. Those chimes! They made it all look just as it was. Hey! It was a nice attempt. I presume, was she in it, on it, or that Nadia?
Well done, Fotheringay. Well, you'd better get back to London.
What's my next assignment?
The Colonel will give you your orders when he returns.
It was a good attempt.
Seeing you.
He's taking it in good stride.
Your local council wishes to announce another exciting competition.
Good thing she didn't speak when he was in there.
You were right about him.
I told you.
Don't worry. It was a good idea and you did your best. I'll stress it in my report.
No. Hey, her name is actually Nadia. They can't even shoot you. They can't even shoot. Well, we technically we don't know that. Since it was all set up, we don't know that those bullets were real. Rumpole of the Bailey. That's who he is. Number 2. And thankfully I was able to look that up without seeing how many episodes of this show he's in. Because he could be gone. He could be gone next time. You know? He could have been swapped out mid-episode. Or he could continue for the rest of the show. We don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Rumpole of the Bailey. I know it. I know that he's Rumpole, I think. But it must have been some vague memory from my childhood. But that matches up with that guy. Episode 2. Now, I was wondering, what are we gonna do in the next episode? It's gotta be slower, because we already had 2 escape attempts in the first episode. We're gonna slow it all down, we're gonna get to know some people, we're gonna build up some characters. No. In fact, no, take that, throw that idea in the trash. Garbage. We're gonna swap up number 2. 2, we're gonna have another escape attempt. This time it's gonna be an even better escape attempt. It's gonna be really realistic. We're gonna be driving on a truck, we're gonna be in a crate, we're gonna be on a plane. He's gonna get back to London, maybe. But they even got in somebody he knew from London who has been turned to convince him. And I said it, I was like, if they ask him why he resigned, that's the key. That's the one question that I'll be super suspicious about. And of course, the title of the episode is The Chimes of Big Ben. And the Chimes of Big Ben were what, and his insistence on getting that watch was what tipped him off in the end. I was tipped off by general TV suspicion, my suspicious brain, and the fact that it's episode. If it was the last episode, I'd be like, yeah, he's getting out of here finally in a crate, but it counts. But episode 2, come on. But it looked really legit because we were seeing it from the outside. I was like, how are they? If this is just a ruse, they're going to a lot of effort, Just shows that they can go to a lot of effort. Now, what if he broke out of that crate mid-transit? They wouldn't have had their bubble nearby. Because I assume they did get at least a good distance away before coming back. Because of the flight time. Maybe it was just circling a bit. Don't think about it. No, I wouldn't be bothered thinking about the tiny details of that, the micro details of that, because it might fall apart. But, hey, the guy he's playing chess with is not the sailor man anymore. It's the colonel. Number 9, nowhere to be seen. Instead, we got a number 8. And number 8 was a bit like his friend in Cobb in episode 1, just there planted. And the ruse this time, the lure, the bait, is that she was just like him. Set somebody up that seems like she's resigned and she's been thrown into this place, she doesn't know where she is. Try coming at it from that angle. It's a different angle of attack. It's a clever one, and it didn't work. The only problem with it is that there are so many more episodes. And we can't keep having new and inventive, we are not playing Prove Me Wrong show, but yeah. So yeah, this whole show I'll just be on high alert. Won't be trusting anything until I do. This number 2, much different, as I said, from the 2 in episode 1. Much more. The other 2 seemed quite professional, and the second number 2 was all about the facts. The first number 2 was all about, you'll come around. You'll want to. This third one is all about, he's laughing, he's getting flustered. He's a real character, He's already getting into it. But he's picked up the first number 2's habit of pressing buttons with the umbrella. But he was sitting in some sort of yoga position too. And then jumping out of the chair. So I have no idea what to expect in episode 3. That's what I'm saying now. We had that art competition where everybody was making something to for the glory of number 2, the current number 2, and he built a boat and nobody could see that it was a boat. And I don't think, the way the whole thing is just this whole episode is just an elaborate plot to make him think like he's escaped so that they can get the information when he feels like he's back on solid ground. But I don't think the art judgy people were clued into that. I genuinely think they didn't notice that it was a boat. Yeah, very obviously boat shaped. What does it mean? It's so abstract. Even called it escape. Yeah. Some of the choppy dialogue style has carried over from episode 1, where suddenly we're here and then we're there and then we're doing this and then we're doing that, and we're talking very matter-of-factly to each other in kind of unnatural dialogue patterns, a little like some of Christopher Nolan's work. Actually, some of his movies can be a bit like that, where it's just one person talking, other person talking, one person talking, another person talking. They both understand each other, but the words they're saying to each other are so not natural, and the conversation it's just baffling. That was one of my problems with Tenet, which is the movie we watched. It's on my Patreon. It's way too long to edit for YouTube, unfortunately. But yeah, anything else I want to say? It wasn't until this episode that I noticed that the numbers had the bike on it. We had the cool statues, the return of the cool statues. I must learn what the the guy I was calling Oddjob in episode 1. I must learn if he has a number, so that I can call him that number, maybe. Because he was the one consistent factor across both episodes. I think he's the only common factor between... You're going to tell me they changed up the actor, aren't you? And I'm going to look at the right fool. The right fool. No, not the only one. The director guy. He was the same too. And those two people with the... I don't know what their job is. Honestly, I think it's just to look cool in that room spinning around. I don't think they actually do anything or can do anything. Just swiveling. Yeah. It looks like they're doing camera work, but they can't possibly, I want to see the person in charge of the bubble. Or is the bubble a sentient creature all of its own? And that's the way I'm looking at it. It's a guard dog. Goes to get people. It doesn't mean any harm. It just kind of suffocates you, and then you get taken back to the hospital and they revive you. But it's not malevolent. It's just happy to help. That's the way I see the bubble. Things could change. Right. You get out of here, and I'll come back next week with episode number 3. It's called A, B, and C. It's a good place to start. Oh, and all that stuff about Lithuania, I'm just going to assume that's all fake. We still don't know where we are. We went on by boat for 30 miles, but we didn't stray far from land during that journey. We were never out at sea there was a skip between when they left and when they were almost near Poland. But I guess the clue there is, how did that guy with the gun know where she would suddenly be? And he had the crates ready for them all to go. Like, how? If she was taken like he was taken, nobody's waiting for you at a specific place. It was all a bit too fishy. Right. A, B, and C. The clue to next week's episode. Now he's going to figure out it's all just some sort of Sesame Street. Yeah. If you see a big bird, I won't be surprised. We've seen weirder stuff so far. I'll see you then.